Alright, y'all. I am actually re-recording this because I already did this entire video and then at the end realized that my microphone input was wrong. Um, you'd think I'd learn, but apparently not. And I actually wanted to, I'm getting to a point now where I'm having these videos where I have specific things that I want to talk about. Um, and I'm sure there will be recurring themes. Also, sorry for whatever the hell was going on there. But yeah, so I think I have a few different things in the hopper that we will take a look at together. But I I think I was just really discouraged by the amount of time that I had spent. I felt like the video went really well, and then I got to the end, and the entire audio track was blank. So that hurt a lot. And so I needed to take like a week. I needed to take a week off and just reflect. I also just haven't really had the time. But I want to try and keep on top of this, and I want to make sure that we're still getting these videos out. Make sure that people still understand what things look like. So, things change over time. Things don't change necessarily from day to day, but things do change over time. And I want to highlight those changes and also highlight the things that don't change. So I think we're coming up on this light maybe starting to change. Maybe not. I think I remember that this guy over to the left quickly runs across the intersection as the light is changing. And so I think it's probably happening now. Yeah. Okay. All right. So this video at a certain point toward the end does jump a little bit. I have figured out a way to have the videos play back to back so that when I'm doing my voiceover, it doesn't require me to pause the audio and go load the other video and then splice everything together. So that's cool. But I do know that that's going to happen, so just be on the lookout for that. It'll be when I'm riding through Patterson Park. It's gonna hop up, like lose about a second. I don't know why this camera does that. It's not my favorite, but as I've said before, it could be worse. So when this video originally took place, it was about 2 weeks ago from when I'm actually doing this recording. And a big part of the reason that I wanted to make sure that I did do this video was that when I get down to the cycle track on, it's not Maryland Avenue, it's Hopkins Place, I think is what it's called at that point. Um, there's a car parked in the bike lane. And now, something that I think deserves highlighting Let's see, there were cars behind me, and I'm trying to, like, skirt the line there. So I'm gonna hop immediately into the bike bus lane. Now that it's actually a bike bus lane. I got really unlucky with the traffic lights in this day. And I think, did I go for it? Sure did. Daggone. Bold move. So get down here, and there's someone parked in the middle of the bike lane. Now, normal people parking in the bike lane is dangerous. This is really dangerous. And just shitty. There's actually parking spots up here. But this person just decided that, nope, I get to put my car wherever I want because I'm driving a car. And these stupid bike people can just fucking die, I guess. You saw how I had to swerve back into car traffic where it's a blind spot. And this douchebag just decides that they're going to put their car wherever the fuck they please. This is the reason that I wanted to watch this video with you guys. As I said, it's always dangerous and it's always wrong to park your car in the bike lane. I do not care how long, if you're saying, oh, it's only for 5, I do not care. You're putting someone else's life at risk because you're lazy. That's all that it is. Period. And you don't care. You don't care about other people's lives being put at risk because you don't want to walk 5 minutes. Or an extra 30 seconds in this case. So I do not give a flying fuck what excuse you have because it's wrong. You're wrong, and you're an asshole. And these guys are assholes. But to a much lesser extent. I'm like, holy shit, man. Just people. I'm just dodging people everywhere I go. What are you doing? Now, the point of me in these videos is not to get myself fired up over these things that frustrate me. Even though that is kind of the end result most of the time. But it is to highlight the the self importance, the privilege of these drivers who just think that they can do whatever they want. It doesn't matter whose lives they put at risk. They're just like driving their 3,000-pound machine, and that's the thing that we do, so that must be a normal thing. And whatever they do with that 3,000-pound machine is righteous. So, anyway, I think that I'm more or less done. I got it out of my system, and we can go back to the rest of the video. Something I will say is, I've never gotten upset about there being too many bikes on the bike lane. you know? Every now and then, I'll be like stuck behind somebody who's moving slowly, and I'm like, that's kind of annoying. But overall, I'm happy that there's other people around. It doesn't upset me the way that I think most people get frustrated and upset when there are other cars on the road. Do you see this? They're just blocking the whole intersection. Entitled is the word that I was looking for some reason it couldn't come to me. Alright. Goodbye, Chica on Lime Scooter. Or bike, whatever. Might as well have been a scooter, she wasn't pedaling. And that's something I don't fully. I mean, I guess it doesn't matter. Like, you can do whatever you want, I guess. I mean, I guess I could also just ride around using the throttle on my bike, but like, I don't know. It's a bike. I don't know. Does that guy show up later? I can't remember. And I think that. So there was something else that I wanted to bring up um, when I was riding downtown. Um, it is Charles and Pratt that the I don't know if it was the light itself, like the traffic light, or if it was just the pedestrian signals, but the timing was very off. And it might still be. When I was coming in this morning, it was hard for me to tell. And because I got to that signal when it was a walk signal for pedestrians, and then when I got to the Hopkins Place intersection, which we'll get to that, but just littered with cars blocking the intersection, fucking awesome. But the pedestrian signal was still going, and probably about the same amount of time that I'd expect it to be, so maybe they fixed it. Hard to say at this point. Um, but something that I will be highlighting in a future video is the difficulties around that. And I think that maybe starting with this video, I'm going to start changing how I name these videos rather than just calling all of them bike commutes. I don't think that that's super productive. And again, it's not necessarily about getting more people to watch, but at the same time, I do want more people to understand what it's like being a vulnerable road user um, what it means riding your bike through Baltimore City and how that changes your perspective. North Carolina. You know, I think I've seen that car again recently. But I see plates for cars that are so far out of state all the time. Texas, I see a lot, and I'm not sure if that's something like folks are doing the Virginia thing, but now it's Texas. I mean, it doesn't matter really because Maryland changed its law. So if you have your car tagged out of state, and you actually live here, then you are going to receive a fine, I believe. Or your car might get booted. I'm not sure. I don't know what the actual the repercussion is for that, but yeah, that's coming. Oh, by the way, I actually saw the that Datsun that we see. I guess that's actually not. It's coming up. Um, we often see it parked, I guess, up on Ann thereabouts. Let's see. But I actually saw it driving around the other day. It was kind of cool. I mean, I don't know how old that thing is. I don't know the last time Nissan actually manufactured a car with Datsun branding. Oh yeah, that person that just like swerves. No signal, no nothing. Ooh, a parking spot. All right, let's see. So there's that car. There's all sorts of interesting cars around here. See, there's the Datsun on the left. There's also an old Subaru. And maybe they're somehow related to this garage on the right. I mean, there's always, I mean, they're always very busy. And even this S10 is technically historic. I think it's probably in maybe early 2000s. I don't think it's 90s. S10. So it's not crazy old, but I mean, at the same time, that's 20 years old. But they also have it lifted, and that's annoying. And super lame. Big truck, big truck. The whole point of the S10 is it's not a big truck. I will say, such a blessing that this is all smooth tarmac now. Just wonderful. Oh yeah, I remember this. This car is just sitting here. All the other cars go around him. I'm like, alright, well, I don't know what this person's doing, so I'm gonna go. And then literally the moment that I pass them, they get up and go. Alright, fine. Well, that's your prerogative, I guess. I'm gonna keep rolling though. make my way to Patterson Park. My father-in-law once wrote a song about Patterson Park. I wonder if he'd mind if I used his song in one of my videos. Alright, down the hill. This is always so nice. All this downhill. Feeling the breeze. It almost doesn't even matter how hot it is outside. It's just so nice. And I don't know what it was on this particular day, but it looks nice. There are lots of people out running and walking their dogs and such. It's a good indicator. If it's 100 degrees outside, there ain't nobody. Yep, there's the jump. Not too bad. Like I said, we probably lost like a second. Okay. Well, if you've made it this far into the video, I want to thank you. I really appreciate it. And I'd like if you could write a comment telling me why you like these videos. What features about it make you want to watch them? And what things I could do to make them more interesting. I'd also like it if you would like this video. And if you really like it, you could subscribe for more videos identical to this one. Alright. Swerve. Oh yeah, and then there's this guy who just goes right into the middle of the intersection, and then so kindly, after running the stop sign, he stops and waves me through. Isn't he a lovely man? Alright. We're almost done here. Thanks again for watching this video. I did want to point out there's another car parked in the bike lane. So isn't that lovely? I will be back soon with another video, I hope. Until then, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a great day.